Hey everyone, it's the poor black intellectual poet, and I have another poem for you. This poem is about getting second place and how it can actually be worse, and even being last in some cases, or coming close to getting a medal or something, it's the fact that we're not always going to be first place. There's things that we're not going to be good at, and things that are going to mess us up a little bit. And you know, it's the reality that you came close, and that how you came close can be the worst pain of it all. All right, no further ado. I call this one inevitable fate. Inevitable fate. Calling all warriors from afar beyond the land we dwelled together, a bond that is unbreakable from our times of youth we shall never sever, watching you live life and love life as moments in an hourglass. The sands flow for this moment beyond all the moments, encrusted mass. We waited ever so patiently with victory after victory like a grain of sand. Admirers from all around come to cheer us from the local land. Every obstacle standing in our way is a Goliath that must lose his balance. Each sling smooth stone polished feverishly to those gleams at first glance. The swing is a motion practiced endlessly to the last movement screams perfection. All for the motion which causes such a commotion, like a selection that fires a connection. Between brothers and sisters that know this time is our time for our own reflection. Our intimacy is knowing beyond what those have known afar only admiration. We have bled for this and attempt to cut off the giant's head with our formation. Correction. Many have fallen for this since man's competitive nature since creation. We do our undying cycle that many before and many after us will do for beyond a generation. All fail, but one out of many on that journey that we will all continue to go until stopped by fate. The cruel three witches foresee without pity on those who journey the longest dates. Is that a date beyond the depths of hell, rather a purgatory to journey forever? To journey deep in your quest only to wander endlessly as the waters of victory have sipped never. Your parched lips crave the drops from the cup you bled for only to see another hoard. Drink the water as where it overflows on the ground so wasteful as a moment has soared. You taste the fluid a bit salty to help quench your thirst until you realize it is your tears. A moment that you should belong to me and my brothers, for we waited to meet decades, not years. The closer you approach your destination, the feeling of despair should reside. But the journey's anticipation and effort should only give you jubilation inside. But the closer you go, the greater the pain, for those defeated before do not understand. Is a lesson engraved in the rocks of the mountains, higher the engraving, higher the suffering of man. Yet fate is not a resemblance of our victory, but of our mistakes that haunt us as ghouls, forever taunting us that we are not brothers or sisters, but individuals that made us look like fools. I do not care that they are a mirror of us through our own journey with our own obstacles ahead. I do not care that they went through their own giants and polished their own stones. With that being said, I do not care that they practice throwing the stone between the giant eyes till it dies. All I want is the rewards of my blisters to the quest, even though it is just lies. The truth will set you free, for you have worked hard, even though you were so close. We are brothers and sisters, and we have made it as far as hourglass has turned over on its posts. We live our lives as pleasant memories of the journey and not the destination. We are friends forever, and that can't be taken as it is a great sensation. We forget our mistakes through our journey as the sands of time fall the other way. We understand our meeting as a group, not coincidence, but fate, as the three witches would say. As we get older, our bones ache, we get wiser, and soon we become an admirer. We pass our wisdom to the younger generation as I become a friendly reminder. The journey is farther than the highest mountaintop. We saw the springs of victory. The quest will continue to the end of time to drink from the waters that define history. But remember me on your quest, for I struggled to the final climb till I was done. Always remember me as an inspiration, young one. As you pass our accolades of the past down the hall when I was younger, that is all I want, to remember me for my effort and not my blunder. So, that's basically about being second place or coming close to victory. Um, I tried out for, sports teams in college, but I never made it. So, you want to be a part of a team, and understanding that you have no clue how far you will go if you are a part of a team. And that unknown controls how much pain you suffer, especially if you're really known to do it and you don't. And the pain is greater, but if you're unknown, it's more joy, and because you overcame something, the pain is a little bit less. Anyway, this is my critique on the second place, and this is the poor black intellectual poet, and I'm out.